Welcome back to Runiverse. I'm Andrew.
Hi, I'm Tiffany.
And we're going to play Wonder Book. So this is a game I was really looking forward to because of the pop-up element. And we're going to play through scenario or chapter 1 today. And I don't believe that this chapter uses the pop-up book. So if you are here for a pop-up, let's just take a look at it real quick. Hopefully this is going to show up. And you can see the tree here.
That's nice.
And put it on our face cam here. You can see the tree. So this is what we are looking forward to. But for now, I think this is the starter chapter and we're going to be playing here. So we have the 4 characters here, and I have done our rudimentary paint job. So if you purchase the game, you'll get a gray plastic miniature as standard for the industry. But we're going to play with colored ones today. And otherwise, let's start out on chapter 1. Basically, we just start reading these cards. It says, do not look through this deck, nor shuffle the cards. Read the rule book before playing. So I did read the rule book, but neither of us has played before otherwise. So chapter 1, a book like no others. When you're ready to play, flip this card and start reading aloud. Prologue. Maybe I should put it over here. It was a dragon. You and your best friends are sure. A few days ago, you saw something in the sky flying over an abandoned... This is hard to read from 2 feet away. An abandoned tower. Then, with a purple flash, the beast disappeared. You told everyone, but no one believed you. After some days of hesitation, you have finally made up your mind. You will go and check it out for yourselves. You take up your favorite toys, weapons, and go down the road to the tower. You feel like heroes, ready to face any danger. Who are you? Place the 4 hero miniatures in the center of the table. Ken, Laura, Tina, or Sid. Then flip this card. So we have to choose our character. So we have Ken, Laura, Tina, or Sid. One by one, read the next 4 hero cards aloud, then flip them and place them next to the respective miniatures. So Ken says, I love all kinds of sports. Some call me a scaredy cat, but you know what? I'm not afraid of losing. I'm training hard, and soon I'll become a winning champion. I box and I practice every day because I'm strong. At school, I often end up in fights, but that's always to protect my friends from bullies. Well, I should have flipped over Ken as well. So you can see he's got 6 health, a bash attack, and a leadership ability. And Laura has fist fight attack and tag team skill. Tina says, I'm a cheerleader and I spend my free time volunteering. My dream? To spread care and love throughout the world with my Cupid's bow. Isn't it lovely? She has a luminous dart attack and a hail of arrows skill. And then Sid says, I tag my name on every wall I can with my paintball gun, and I love shooter video games. I often stream on my channel. Subscribe! He has the ink shot attack and spray can grenade skill. So Tiffany, have you decided which character you want?
Oh, I'm gonna be...
You decided beforehand, but I don't know if any of their stories changed your mind.
Well, I think because it's hard.
You like the heart on Tina?
Well, no.
Oh, no? Someone else?
She only has 4, so I'm gonna pick there.
Oh, but she has a healing ability.
Oh, okay. I pick,
You like the higher health on Laura?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna decide to pick Tina. Okay.
Tina?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to pick Sid. I think hopefully our abilities will make for a good team. So Tina and Sid are staying, and Laura and Ken can be set aside here. We go to card 7, which says, each player chooses a hero and takes their miniature and card. In a 2-3 player game, put the unused heroes back. Take the indicated number of hearts for your hero. So you have 4 hearts. And I have 5 hearts. A little while later, you are climbing the stairs to the top of the tower until you reach a stone wall. The dead end! How disappointing! There is nothing here! You punch the wall, and as you do, the wall turns, swallowing you into a secret chamber. Flip the book, and without opening it, place it in the center of the table. So I've already done that. And then flip this card. You discovered a room reeking of ancient times. Will you find traces of dragons? You take your first steps when each player places their hero miniature in the area shown. So we need to put our character by this black pit. So we're going to be in this space here. So I'll place Sid, and you can put Tina. Proceed to the next card. Inside the tower, crash! The floor behind you collapses, leaving a scary chasm on the floor. The sound of the crumbled debris resonates in the air. You look down. It's too high to jump. You are trapped here. Shuffle the Shred and Worm decks and place these components next to the book. So this is called the Shred deck, and this is called the Worm deck. The Shred deck is good. I don't know why it's called Shred. Name doesn't make sense to me. But the Worm deck is bad. We also need 2 of these per hero, and we're using 2 heroes, so we've got 4 of them out. We also have our magic gems as a supply, as well as our health. We have our 5 dice in the dice tray, which, again, this dice tray does not come with the game, but we're going to use that to keep them on the table. We need 5 destiny markers face down and 5 destiny markers face up. Now, if either of us runs out of health, we're going to be knocked out temporarily until the start of the next hero turn, and then we come back with all of our health.
I see.
But we lose one of these tokens. And if we ever flip the last one, we lose the game. So we can come back to life as much as we need to, but we are going to lose these, and then that's how we lose. So, and if the more of these we can save, the more points we get at the end of the game. Card number 10, Priorities. While looking for a way out, you think it would also be worthwhile to explore the secret chamber more deeply. You think it's best to try to... Now we have to choose. I'm going to let you decide.
Okay.
We can either unravel the arcane secrets of this place, or we can look for something valuable to take.
Look something valuable to take.
Valuable.
Yes.
Interesting. All right. The room is littered with shiny treasures, but your curious and avid eyes fall upon a chest in the corner. If that is locked, it probably hides the most valuable stuff. And now we need to write down a keyword, which is richness. Chapter 1, keyword... Richness. All right, and then it says the dark vortex. The weirdest thing of all in the room is the glowing purple vortex that swirls at its center like a still, ominous eye. You feel like it's calling for you, but there is something scary about it. Suddenly, frightful shadows jump out of it.
Oh my god.
Ah! The 4 monsters start sniffing the air and turn toward you threateningly. Place 4 from the supply as shown. So these monsters jump out of the portal.
Oh no.
We can take a close-up look. These are not painted. The heroes are a different color plastic, but you can see this darker plastic on the monsters, the worms, the magic book. A book in the corner starts glowing, and in the same moment you hear a cry for help in the room. Help! Set me free! I can help you defeat the worms! Who is that? Does the voice come from the book? You don't know, but this may be your only chance of surviving. Place 2 magic crystals as shown. So these go here. Place the next 3 interaction cards without turning them over in a stack on the table next to the magic book. So we need to put these, well, we're meant to put them over here, but I'm just going to put them here. So these match up with this space, I suppose. And then we go to this, I think this is called a goal card. Now keep playing as follows. Player's phase, each hero takes a turn of 3 actions, which is normal. Then in the enemy's phase, reveal the top card of the worm deck and apply its effects. So that is also normal. Worms spawn in the dark vortex area at the center of the board. And our goal is to interact with all of the magic book cards Leave this card on top of the deck. Keep playing until you are instructed to flip this card. So this goes back on top. We don't read the next card. And we play until we have interacted with the magic book. So we need to get over to the book, and we need to spend one of our 3 actions on our turn in order to see what that card has to say.
Okay.
We need to start rolling some dice. That's right. So now during the hero phase, we get to decide every time. There's no set turn order. We can decide, do you want to go first or should I go first?
You should go first.
I think I'll start going first. So Sid has the ink shot ability. So let's take a closer look here. And you can see on the left, it says his attack. So attacking is one of the basic actions that can be performed. So I can do that ink shot. So I'm going to roll 2 dice, choose a worm in my area or an adjacent area. So that's why I picked Sid, is because he can shoot. He doesn't have to be in the same space as a monster. I can shoot farther.
Yeah.
And for each hit on the dice, I'll deal 1 damage. So the dice, take a closer look at these as well. We've got hits. There are 3 of those per die, and there are also 3 misses per die. So definitely we'll be looking for hits. And I'm going to be able to roll 2 dice, and I think I'll probably just start out by attacking. And I'd love to take out some of these minions, these worms. All right, so I pulled out the back of the rule sheet here, and up in the top left, you can see the player's phase that talks about all the actions available. So moving is 1 action. Collect a spark, so that's those yellow gems there. If you're in a space with one, you can spend an action to pick it up. If you have one, you can spend an action to spend it in order to use your skill, which is one of the right thing on the card. You can make an attack, which is the left thing on the card. You can interact with a card. So if we're over on the book space, we can interact with these books. We can give or take an item. So we don't have any items, but if we did, that would be how we can trade them between us. Or you can perform a special action. Again, if a card gave us the ability to use a special action, it would be an action to do that. And we can do, on our turn, any 3 actions we want in any order, and you can even repeat the same action. And then at the bottom of the hero card, it says once in your turn, you can lose a health to re-roll all the misses on your dice. So if we want, we can re-roll. So I'm going to start by using my ink shot. So I'm going to roll 2 dice. And then I choose 1 worm in my area or an adjacent area, and for each hit, deal 1 damage to it. So this worm is in an adjacent area, so I can hit it for 1, and it says to put a stun marker on it if it takes 1 damage. If it takes a 2nd damage, it would be knocked out. Now, I am thinking, should I spend a health to re-roll that?
I don't know.
You know what? I think I am. I'm going to try, I guess it's only a 50-50 shot that I will succeed here, but I'm going to try to take that out in 1 hit. So there we go. I got it. So this guy is 2 damage, completely takes him out. We put him back into the supply here. And then that was my first action. So my second action, I'm going to move into that vacated space. And for my third action, I'm going to try to shoot again. So I'm going to roll 2 dice. And I got 2 misses. So I'm going to roll again. And so I'm re-rolling all my misses, and I still got 2 misses. But you know what? I cheated. You are not allowed to do that re-roll more than once per turn. So I should have just had to stick with my 2 misses that I got at the first. So that would be the end of my turn then. And then it's your turn. But maybe you can come in and help me take out that worm.
Roll on 1 die.
So yeah, let's look at Tina's luminous dart attack. So it says roll 1 die, and if it's a hit, deal a damage to a worm in your area or an adjacent area, and any hero of your choice recovers a health. So you only get to roll 1, but hopefully... Oh, did you roll already?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay. So wait, maybe you can move in the space with me?
Okay.
And that way you can shoot at this one, who's kind of in our way. All right, so we're looking for a hit. Oh, no. Uh-oh. So you use 2 actions to move, 1 to move and then 1 to attack. But maybe you can still do a 3rd action, so you can attack again. The question is, do you want to spend a health to re-roll?
No.
All right. And what would you like to do with your third action? Maybe just attack again?
Yeah.
All right, so roll it again. Still a miss. You want to try to re-roll this time? Spend a health? Or nah?
No, not really.
Okay, well then those were all of our actions. And then what we do is, according to this card and the rules, is we now do the villain's phase or the enemy phase and reveal the top card of the worm deck. So this is the worm deck. Let's see what we get. So it says Onslaught. So a few things are going on here. First thing, as you can see, there are 2 worm symbols in the top coming out of the portal. That means that one monster comes out from that first symbol directly in the portal space. And then the second worm symbol has a silver glow around it. The silver glow means we ignore it unless we're playing with 3 or 4 characters. So we are playing with 2 characters, so we ignore that. Then there is a lightning bolt symbol, which means every worm gets to perform 1 action. And then there's a second lightning bolt symbol. That means every worm gets to perform a second action. But again, that has a silver glow around it, so we're actually going to ignore the second lightning bolt symbol. So now that we have spawned the first worm, we will then give every worm 1 action. And worms do 3 things. First of all, if they are stunned, meaning they've taken 1 damage, they remove their stun. So they heal during the phase. As long as they get at least 1 action, they're going to heal it. Next priority is they will attack. If they are sharing a space with a character, they attack. And the last thing that happens, if they can't do that, they will move toward a character, the closest one. So in this case, none of them is in a space with us, so they're all just going to move toward us. Mm-hmm. So I would say this one will move directly into our space. We're going to get pretty crowded in here, but there's a rule that any number of miniatures can be in the same space. And then I guess they would both move to here. Although I wonder if we're allowed to say that this one goes here because it's equally far away from us. So let's do that, because it's still 1 space closer to us. So we didn't get attacked because they spent their whole time moving toward us. But if we did get attacked, they do 1 damage. Mm-hmm. Every monster does 1 damage. That's it. And that was our worm phase, which means we now go to the hero phase. And it's our turn again to get 3 actions each. And again, we can choose which of us should go first.
How about you go first?
All right. So I will try to take out some of these monsters again with my ink shot. I wonder if we should have gone backward first to get the magic crystal thing. But I guess it's too late now. We're already dedicated for going forward, I think.
I feel like you're more benefit than me, because you have the opportunity to roll 2 dice and only 1 dice.
Yeah, but you have the healing power, which is really strong. If you can heal, it's really good. Also, the hail of arrows is pretty strong too. Okay, so I got 1 hit, which means I can stun 1 of the monsters. And then I guess I'm going to attack again. Oops, this one did not land inside. All right, so 1 more, I can take him out. Oops. But I only have 1 action left. Should I just keep attacking? Maybe you can go for the book?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll just keep attacking. Ooh, there we go.
2.
So I get to take out 1 completely. And that was my whole turn.
Okay, that's my turn.
So maybe you can... Well, do you want to attack or do you want to go try to look at the book?
Well, the first action is I'm going to move, right?
First action is whatever you want to do.
I'm going to move inside to the book.
So 1 action is on the way to the book.
Yeah.
And then you can do a second action to go into the space with the book.
Okay.
Which means you want to look at the book.
The magic book.
All right. So it says, once upon a time, 2 brother dragons, Idolin and Crag, ruled over the kingdom of Oneria. Eidolon, the light dragon, reigned over the upper world, while Crag, the dark dragon, ruled the underworld. For a long time there was balance between the two, until one day. The following pages are so time-worn that they fly into the air in 1,000 glimmering shreds. You catch one looking for the rest of the story. Draw one card from the shred deck. Now we know why they're called shred deck, because they are shreds of the book. So you get one card from the shred deck. Let's see what we got. Rush. And even if the kids had no wings, when the danger was ahead, they would move faster than dragons. Now you have a new special action, which is you can move you or another hero up to 4 spaces.
Well, I can move you then.
But you can only do it one time, and then this card is gone. Also, I wonder, it's not clear, but this book has a picture of a yellow crystal on it. I'm going to assume, even though the rules didn't cover it, that you get that crystal. So now you have one yellow crystal. Or a spark, rather. And then you also keep this in front of you, this page. And now we have to do the worm phase, and we're going to draw a worm card, which says ambush. If there are more worms in the supply than on the board, which there are not, we would spawn one and they would get one action. And then it says either way, reveal another worm card. So that one didn't do anything, but we still have to draw again. And it says onslaught, spawn one worm, and then they each do 3 actions, which is bad for me. I'm gonna die because first one of them will move with one of its actions and then attack me twice. And then another one will move with one of its actions and then attack me twice.
And then you die.
And then I am knocked out. And then the third one is gonna ignore me because I'm knocked out. So it's gonna move 1, 2, and then attack you for 1.
Oh no.
So that was the onslaught.
Oh my god.
Yep. But now it is our turn again. At the beginning of the hero phase, I come back, I get to stand back up, but we have to flip one of these over. And I get 5 health. I get a full reset of my health. And now we can decide what to do first. And I feel like you should look at the book some more.
Okay.
All right, so this one has 3 sparks on it. That's a lot of sparks. Are they really giving them out like candy, or am I misunderstanding what's going on here?
That is spark down.
So you want 3 sparks? I don't know if that's right. Let's flip it over. It says, therefore, Eidolon was cast away, banished from Oneria, and sealed with magic out of the Wonder Book. What would become of this upper world and all its inhabitants now? The story stops here. The rest of the pages are blank. All right, but we still have to interact with the 3rd page before we can proceed. So would you like to look at that 3rd page, or would you like to do something else?
I can look at it?
That will be your last action for the turn.
I can open it then.
All right, Leah, let's open page number 3. I guess you get 6 more shards, sparks. I don't think you're going to be able to use them all by the end of this scenario, but if you can just keep shooting them off here. Let's see what we get. Goal fulfilled. As you turn the last page, luminous sparks burst out of the Wonder Book. Place 6 as shown. Oh, maybe that's what's supposed to happen. Maybe those were just hints. All right, I'm taking these away, sorry. So you probably shouldn't have gotten those other ones either, to be honest. Sorry. But it says flip the goal card number 16, so we are making progress. And it says, which keyword do you have? Richness or knowledge? We chose richness. So these sparks of magic are the shiniest thing you've ever seen. Your eager hearts are beating faster. Each hero recovers up to 2 health. Well, I already died, so that's not going to help me. You can get 1.
2.
You only
Yeah.
can have 4, so. And another player may now take the deck, but I'm just going to keep reading because I've got the green screen over on my side. Sparks of magic. The sparks on the floor shine in a flickering crescendo like small suns burning bright. Their mesmerizing light seems a sign of some inner secret power, a power for doing extraordinary things. If the current player's phase is not over, complete it, then skip the enemy phase. Then flip this card. Alright, so I get to do my turn, and then we don't have to do enemy phase. So that's nice. But I guess we will save that. And I can do my turn. I think I want to go hang out with you and see if I can take out that monster in that space. So I'm going to go 1, 2 moves, and then 1 attack, and hope for a double hit. Can I do it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so we get to take him out. And then that's the end of my turn. That's the end of the player phase. But we get to skip the villain phase, the enemy phase. But then we flip this card. It says, "Help me out!" The voice from before cries out again. It is not coming from the book, but from the treasure chest in the corner. When the worms hear the voice, they become enraged, and a purple gas begins flowing out of their bodies. Shuffle the next card without looking at it into the worm deck, face down. Ooh. All right, so I hope you weren't looking. I'm not looking, I'm just sleeving. And then this goes into the deck. There's only 4 cards now. There were 3, now there are 4. And we got a more scary card mixed in, I bet. The chasm. Unfortunately, the chasm prevents you from easily reaching the treasure chest. And it tells us about solid borders, that we cannot pass solid lines, we can only pass the dotted lines. Maybe you can find a way to free the captive with what you have lying around. Place the next 6 cards without turning them over close to the matching items as shown. Alright, so we can skim the books. Take the crown. Grab some coins. Open the treasure chest. Or search the skeleton. Or poke the hive. A way out. In front of you, a voice asking for help. Behind you, a door, a possible escape route. Do you feel it is safe to blindly trust the voice and try to help it? Read both options, then choose one together. Yes, the voice is in need, or better to be cautious. You want to help it or watch out for our own safety?
Help.
Help it?
Yes.
So we're going to choose altruism. All right, altruism. Regardless of your choice, place the next 3 cards without turning them over in a stack. Close the door as shown. There we go, open the door. Now keep playing as follows. The enemy's phase, reveal the top card of the worm deck and apply its effects. Worms spawn in the dark vortex area at the center of the board. Then player's phase, each hero takes a turn of 3 actions. Goal, find a way to escape or open the treasure chest. Leave this card on top of the deck. Keep playing until you're instructed to flip this card. So I guess we do have to do an enemy phase now. So let's draw from the deck. Rise. The 2 actions and then 2 spawns, but as you can see they're in silver, so we will skip that. So both of those enemies will just move toward us because we are 2 spaces away. So we have some friends coming after us. And now it is our turn, and we got to figure out how we can escape. Or we can try to open the treasure chest, which we did say we liked the look of early, didn't we, when we picked richness. Mm-hmm. Oh, but we can't get to the treasure chest because of the chasm. The solid white lines are blocking it. I didn't even notice that before. So we can inspect things. We can poke the hive, search the skeleton. We can grab some coins, take the crown, skim through the books. You want the coins?
Yes.
Well, you could use your rush ability to move
Okay.
4 spaces in one action.
Okay, I can do it. Move 4 spaces.
Okay, so we're going to use our card here. It says, as a special action, move you or another hero 4 areas, and then discard this card. So this card is done, and you get to move 4, and you're going to move over to the coin space.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right.
Yep. And then you can do the action to look at the card.
A trigger.
Ooh, a trap is triggered. Arrows shoot from the wall and bounce around the room. Better to take cover. Each hero loses 2 health. Oh no.
Oh no. Honey.
You triggered the trap. Do you have the keyword richness?
Yeah, we do.
A few scratches, but you managed to grab some antique coins. They sure are worth something. Flip up 1. Boom.
Yay.
So that's not good.
That's good.
I mean, that's not bad, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, unless you got more time.
All right, you still have 1 more action.
I want to move to the door.
Okay. Go ahead and just move that 1 space for next turn, and I can do my 3 actions. I probably should shoot some of those worms, don't you think? You know what? I feel like Sid is a bit mischievous. I wonder if I'm right. Oh, I'm right next to the hive. I wonder if I should just move next to the hive and then see if that will mess with the worms.
Try it.
All right, so I'm going to move here, and then I'm going to poke the hive. Poke the hive. The bees are not pleased. They swarm and start to attack. Why did you pester them? Look at the board. Every hero and worm standing in an area where a bee is shown is dealt 1 damage.
Oh no.
Let's see. Where are the bees? Is there a bee by the door? Nope, so you're safe. Is there a bee in my space? Yes, there is. I will take 1 damage. Are there bees here? There is 1 bee. So they do take damage. Boom. Not bad. And so I think my hive plan was okay. I did suffer a little bit for it. And I still have 1 more action. So I'm going to do my ink shot. I got 1 hit, so I can take 1 of them off the table. All right, you ready for the enemy phase?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got a poisonous blow. So there is 1 spawn that is in silver, so we skip it. And in this phase, if there isn't any hero in the same area as an activated worm, that worm attacks a hero in an adjacent area. If any, otherwise the worm moves. Which means the only worm on the board is going to use its first action to recover from the stun. And second action normally would move into my space, but because of the poisonous blow, it gets to do a ranged attack. So it's going to hit me for 1. Unfortunately. But it's still the only one on the board. So all things considered, maybe we're okay. So do you want to start out this next round by trying to open the door?
Mm-hmm.
I've got a feeling it's not going to open.
Why?
It's just a suspicious feeling. Our goal is to find a way to escape. Well, easy way to escape is open the door. So I feel like there's something else going on.
Okay.
But you want to try it anyway? We can get a clue of what we need to do next.
Sure.
All right. So Tina's going to open the door. Does your hero have the key card? No.
The key card? No, we don't have the key card.
There is a lock, and you have no key. You try opening the door nonetheless, but it's locked. You force it, and suddenly lethal arrows shoot out. It's a trap for thieves. If you have the keyword richness and or don't have the keyword caution, roll 4 dice, and for each X, each hero loses 1 health. Oh no, we're too greedy, honey. We have to roll. All right, roll 4 dice. Just make sure to roll all hits. No X's, okay?
Oh!
There you go. All right, we dodged it. High five.
Yay!
Good roll. So it says, then flip this card back over. It is possible to interact with it again. So we need to come back when we have the key.
Okay, so we have to open the book.
We got to search. We got to take the crown, search the books,
That.
search the skeleton, or open the treasure chest.
Okay, I have to go back to the other. Okay.
So you got 2 more actions. You want to just move toward
To the book.
that direction?
Yeah, to the book.
So you can move 2, and then you're on your way to the book.
Or maybe I can open that just with.
Yeah, but you're out of actions now.
Okay.
So now it's my turn. I could shoot that one guy, but I feel like...
Just shoot it.
Just shoot it?
Otherwise, they're gonna follow you and then you're gonna lose the heart.
True. Alright, I'm going to shoot it. Let's see if I can get 2 hits, though. Wow, we're good at this game. We are very good. So that was my first action, second action here, and third action. I'm searching the skeleton.
Okay.
It might be able to get us to the treasure chest. I found the key!
Oh, yay!
Special action, throw the key, roll a die. If it's a hit, give the card to any other hero on the board, regardless of their position, and they also gain a spark.
Well, I should have stayed over by the door so that way.
Well, I still want the treasure chest, don't you?
Okay.
So we know how to get out the door, but we don't know how to get the treasure chest. Maybe you can still search around the room for ways to do that. But anyway, we have to do the enemies first. So we're going to draw a worm card, which says Dark Blast. Return 1 worm to the supply from each area where there are 3 or more worms. Any heroes in those areas lose 2 health each, and any heroes adjacent lose 1 health. Well, there are no spaces with 3 or more worms, so there's no dark blasting. There is a spawn, however, so 1 worm will appear in the middle. And that's it. That was not bad, right? All right, now we get to go next. Do you want to go first and see what you can find?
I can move 1 space.
Do you want to search the crown, or you just want to go for the books?
Well, I'm going to search it first.
Crown?
Yeah, because I'm not there.
Ooh, you found the crown.
Ooh, yes.
The crown. Special action, draw attention. Move 1 worm 1 area toward you. That is pretty handy. So you can draw worms away from other players, or from me, toward you. Or just get them out of the way somehow. Very nice. All right, you still have 2 more actions. You want to go to the books?
Yeah. 1 more. I'm going to move to the book.
And then you want to search the books? Skim through the books. Which keyword do you have? We have richness. These books describe the life and legacy of King Magnus. How boring. However, you find on a scroll the drawings of 5 shiny gems and a handwritten note. Nothing in the world is more valuable than these crystals. They are hidden inside the Wonder Book. King Magnus. Draw 2 shred cards. Also, everyone at home, I hope you're not reading the other side. That's cheating. Only allowed to read this side. We picked. So you get 2 more shred cards. Let's take a look what we got here. Seek for glory. Glory awaits beyond every fight, and it will heal from every wound. Vigga, commander of the dragon army. Special action, perform an attack. If you defeat at least 1 worm, recover 2 health. And then discard this card. Look at you collecting everything. And exploration. Dragons were once very curious creatures, but the one who discovered Oniria's inner secrets was human. Read the back of any one available interaction card, then put it back face down. Wow. So you can read a card without actually having to go to it, I guess. You still have to spend an action, though, so I don't know. So those were your 3 actions, and we still don't know how to open the treasure chest.
I feel like we have to go through the door because there's the line you cannot cross, right? That's the thing.
Yep, I agree. So I guess I have the key, so I'm going to head toward the door. But should I spend an action to shoot or just go all the way toward the door?
Just go through the door.
Just go to the door? I can't open it, but I can get on that space.
But you have the key.
I know, but I'm out of actions.
Oh,
I only have 1 more action.
Then shoot him.
So shoot?
Yeah.
Alright, ink shot. Let's see. Alright, so 1, not bad. So that'll just stun him. And I think
My
that's
turn.
it. No, you went first, I think, right? You searched everything. So it is time for the worm phase. Rise. So first, 2 actions. So one action is to unstun, and one action is to move toward me.
Oh no.
But there's not actions. But then we get 2 spawns. So 2 more worms appear.
Oh my god. Nothing hard.
Yep, and now we are out of cards in the worm deck, so we will reshuffle, and those same cards are going to be coming out every time. I'm not sure which one was added. Which one did we add? I don't know which one is the new one. I think the Poison Blow is the new one that got added. I did look through these before we started, but I didn't read the one that got added in the middle. All right. Well, should I go first and see if I can open the door? And then you can figure out what to do next?
What?
Or do you want to go first?
Well, I can shoot. No, I have to move first. Move back to the door, right?
Yeah, you're too far away from the monsters to shoot them from where you are. I'm just thinking maybe we can see what's going on behind the door before we decide what you spend your actions on.
Maybe shoot the monster the one that close to you. We can attack you.
Okay. I'll shoot first and ask questions later. Bam! Alright, so that's my first action, and then my second action will be to move, and third action is going to be to open the door.
Okay.
This time I do have the key, so you insert the silver key and the lock opens. However, this is no door. It is a trap for thieves. Luckily, inserting the right key seems to have disabled the trap. You must find another way out from here. Proceed to the next card in the stack. Okay. Proceed to the next card. Says, a wooden board. At least you freed the wooden board that was in front of the door. You pick it up. It could be useful. The wooden board could be, read the options and then choose one. Nailed to the floor to block the dark vortex forever. Placed over the nearby chasm. Or used to defeat the worms in one fell swoop. I prefer
the first one.
The second one. The second one, we can use the board to cross the chasm and get to the treasure chest.
Okay. I'll get the second one.
All right, let's do the second one.
I prefer to block the monster so that way they don't come in.
Now we can kill the monsters. Placed over the chasm. Brilliant! You can use it as a bridge to reach the treasure chest. Flip one time up. Nice. Then proceed to the next card. You place the board across the chasm. Flip this card and place it so it matches the chasm on the game board. Notice the 2 dashed borders. As long as this card stays in the game board, heroes and worms can move onto the new area. So this is what it looks like, and we're going to place it here.
Oh, nice. Then there you go.
So now there's a new space to cross over. A lot of walking to get over there. All right, well, I'm out of actions. What would you like to do?
I'm going to move back.
You want to just come over toward me?
Or I can shoot the monster.
Yeah, you can, but your attack is a little bit weak.
Okay. Well, I can move back, but the thing is, if I move, monster gonna kill me.
Yeah, if you move closer to them to shoot, then they're more likely to hit you. So maybe just
stay where I am.
Just stay on the outside of the edge, but come toward me on the door.
Okay. I can move.
So like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
You can come join me.
Okay.
All right, which means it's time for the enemy phase. And then there's an onslaught. Ooh, that's not the best card for us. So first they get a new buddy, and then they get 3 actions. So this is not good. 1, 2, and 1 attack. They hit, so we're both going to die because they can hit you. And then the second one is coming in. It can hit either of us, whichever one it is going to die. And then the third one's going to do the same thing, and the other one of us is going to die. So we flip 2, we still have 4. Then it's our turn. And we stand back up with all of our health. So we're back. We're back and ready to go get that treasure. You want to go for it or me? Or maybe you go for it, and then I can try to shoot some of them down.
Okay, I can move 3 space, right?
Yep. Or move 2 spaces and then open the
Let's say
treasure.
1, 2, 3. All 3 right here.
So this, everything inside the dotted line is all 1 space. So from here you can just go 1 and then 2.
Okay.
And then you can flip the treasure chest. Tina is searching. Does your hero have the crown card? You do have the crown card.
I do have it.
The tip of the crown is a hidden key. You finally opened the chest. Goal fulfilled. If you have the keyword richness and or altruism, flip up 1. We do have richness and altruism. Then flip up the goal card. So actually, I think we finish it, or we finish this goal. So we'll see what comes next, I guess. So we flip the goal card. Another player may now take the deck and keep reading. A burst of light erupts from the treasure chest and floods the room. You are blinded by an unexpected glow. The current player's phase ends immediately. What?
No.
Take the next 2 cards and without looking at them, shuffle them into the worm deck and then proceed. Oh no, I didn't get my turn. And we can't look at these cards. We just have to shuffle them in.
Oh my god, there's more?
And then it says, inside the treasure chest, take the treasure chest envelope out of the game box, open it, and take out its contents, then flip this card. So I did not expect to be opening that envelope in the first game. I thought that was going to be like a final scenario type of situation, not a first game scenario. So if you're watching and you wanted little to no spoilers, I guess stop now because we're about to open the envelope. You ready?
Ooh, yes.
All right, here we go. Some treasure. The card for scale. Let's see.
Interesting.
This definitely looks like some paper craft stuff here.
That's really cool.
It's a golden dragon. I don't know how much that's going to come through. Is this visible? There you go.
Oh, we have to fight.
I don't know. A golden dragon escapes from the treasure chest. How long was the dragon stuck inside that chest? Free at last! Open the dragon pop-up and lock it into its space so that it remains open. For the moment, keep the dragon on the table next to the book. The dragon flaps its wings, blowing everyone away. Move all heroes and worms located in either of these 2 areas away according to the arrows. The dragon introduces himself. Ooh, what does his voice sound like?
Hello.
Thank you, heroes, for freeing me. I am Eidolon, the Light Dragon King. We are all in great danger. We must defeat all the worms and then close the dark vortex. Was he going to help us? Eidolon joins the fight. Remove the wooden board card from the game. Place the dragon pop-up so that its base is half suspended on the edge of the board as shown. Now read the next card without turning it over and place it next to the board. Special rule, Eidolon. Eidolon's base can partially or even totally overlap areas. Heroes and worms cannot move onto Eidolon's base, but they can move into areas partially occupied by the dragon. If your hero is in an area partially occupied by Eidolon's base, you may use 2 actions on your turn to perform the following actions. Charge with Eidolon. Place your hero between Eidolon's wings, then flip this card and apply its effects. Do you see that? Look at that. Put your character into the wings. And then we flip it over and find out what happens. So basically what I think it's saying is you got blown over to there. Now we can't cross this anymore, but we can go into that space with the skeleton. And the Eidolon, the dragon, is partially in that space. So if either of us goes into the skeleton space, we're now sharing a space with Eidolon. And then you can go into his wings. And then we flip this card over and find out what happens next. But I bet that somehow he's going to shoot you and help you kill monsters. And maybe he moves around. So I don't know. Let's see what this says. Keep playing as follows. Enemy phase, reveal the top card of the worm deck and apply its effects. Worms spawn in the dark vortex area at the center of the board. Then, player's phase, each hero takes 3 actions. All that is normal. Goal, the dragon base must entirely cover the dragon vortex. So we need to do that action to get him covering the base, and he will seal it away for us. But first we got to do the enemy phase. See if they kill me again. Onslaught, no! So we get another spawn right next to you. Someone to come hug you. And then 1 action each, which is going to be 3 hits against me and 1 hit against you. No! But now it is our turn. And I feel like the best thing is maybe if you just go over to hit the dragon and see...
Okay, I can move 1 space.
1 space for 1 action, and then another action to get into the skeleton space. And then as a special action, you can charge with Eidolon, place your hero between his wings, and then flip this card over. So can you put your character into his wings? Put Tina up on Eidolon's back. All right, then we got her writing on there. Let's see what it says. It says, flick Eidolon's tail with your fingers once and try to hit the enemies. If you or another hero gets knocked over, ends up outside the game board or on the chasm area, stand them up on the closest area and each of those heroes lose 1 health. If the worm has been pushed off the game board or onto the chasm area or has become stunned, return those worms to the supply and flip 1 time up. If Eidolon falls off the board, place him back where he was before your flick. After flicking once, if you fulfill the goal, flip card number 37. Otherwise, place your hero on a visible area adjacent to Eidolon and flip this card back over. So, we got 2 options. Although the goal says we need to cover the vortex with Eidolon. It does not say we need to kill all of the remaining monsters. So you've got 2 options, pretty much. You can flick Eidolon to try to get him in the middle so that he's covering the vortex. Or you could flick him at this big group and try to knock out a bunch of those creatures.
Which one do you want me to prefer? Because right now you are the most...
in danger.
Yes.
So I think though, if we succeed at sealing off the portal, then we win. It doesn't matter how many monsters are out.
Okay.
So see if you can flick his tail once so that it's covering up that
So I
portal.
have to do that?
Yep. No, flick it.
Oh my god, can I move it?
Oh no! Alright, so 1 hero end up outside the game board. So stand them up on the closest area and they lose 1 health. So you lose 1 health for flying off the board. And...
is it core or it's not really core?
oh, and this guy got knocked over too. Which means he's returned to the supply and we get 1 of these back. So very nice flick, actually. Turned out good, pretty good. And that means that this goes back and we can do it again on a future turn.
But that dragon hasn't filled up the hole.
He hasn't covered it, which means we're not done yet. We have to keep playing. But it is now my turn. Okay. So actually, you pushed him so that he's on my space. I can get on him now. Oh, you have to use 2 actions to get on his back. So we cheated a little bit. You didn't have enough actions to get onto his back, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to just shoot first, and then I'm going to use my other 2 actions to get onto Eidolon. So let's do an ink shot. 1 hit, so I can stun 1 of these. And then 2 actions to get onto the dragon. And let's see if I can flick him onto the portal. It's going to be tricky because his tail is at an angle here. I wonder if we're allowed to rotate him.
Well, if they don't mention it, they're probably.
So I'm going to rotate him, otherwise there'd be no real way to have any control. We'd just be flicking him back and forth. So here we go. Just need a gentle flick, right? How hard did you flick when he flew around like that? You did a pretty good flick?
Yeah. No.
Does that count? My little baby accidental flick?
No, that's count already, honey.
It does?
Yes. One click.
One
you
flick?
said one click. You should do it harder.
Next time? Or do I get to try again? I'm trying again.
Okay, there you go.
Alright, there, that's all I did. I didn't move very far. So, I just have to go out now. Let's see, it says...
Did you cover the hole? Or not really?
Place your hero in a visible area adjacent to him. Let's see. I'm going to go into this B space over here. A little corner space there. And then we have to do the enemy phase.
Okay.
We got Legion. So that's 2 spawns and no actions. And there's only 1 left, so we just spawn 1 and nothing, we don't get punished for that. But it is a bit of a roadblock for us to try to flick Eidolon over there. And that means this one doesn't even drop his stun either. So I guess, do you want to flick first or me?
I can flick first.
Okay, so you can spend 1 action to move here, and then 2 actions to get on the dragon.
Okay.
And then there you go. Can you close the portal? Ooh. All right, well, that's okay. Let's see. So you are going to lose 1 more health, though.
Okay. Well, I knocked out 1 monster.
But you knock this off, so we get 1 time back, which is pretty good. And then I can go 1, 2, 3 onto Eidolon. And I think we're going to go ahead and rotate him.
What is going on? There you go.
There we go. Completely covered. So we can flip our goal.
Yeah, can we flip that?
Oh, I knocked a monster off. So yeah, let's get another time back. Look at that. Up to 8. All right. Eidolon jumps on the dark vortex, but the remaining worms in alarm start jumping on him. Discard this card, the yellow one. Then, if the current player's phase is not over yet, complete it. So, I think that was the last of my actions there. So, I'm going to go to a space next to him. I guess here. Skip the enemy's phase and flip 1 down. Oh no. Oh, for every 2 worms still on the board. So there are 2 worms, so we flipped 1 down. And then proceed. So I guess that was just a way of punishing us if we had left a lot of worms on the board. Mm-hmm. It would reduce our score. But, victory. So either way, we still get to proceed here. We still win either way. We just lost 1 time because we had 2 worms left. Bang! A burst of magic coming from Eidolon wipes out the remaining worms. Return any worms still on the board to the supply. Crackling bolts fizzle from the vortex and strike all around you, Eidolon smothering them with his body until everything finally quiets down. A light smell of burnt chicken fills the air. Is this how roasted dragon meat smells? Eidolon looks proudly at you. He is okay, and he has shut the dark vortex. Eidolon says, "Heroes, we won this battle, but the war is not over. Oneria is still in danger, and only you can bring peace, as your ancestors did ages ago." You've never heard of this place, but it seems that Eidolon is really concerned about it. Some questions pop out in your mind. What war is he talking about, and why do you have a role in it? Eidolon says, "I really need your help. I promise I will fulfill your biggest wish using my magic when everything is over. Do you feel you can trust Eidolon?" Yes, he seems reliable. Or, no, he must be hiding something.
Ooh,
What do you think?
that's scary.
He is gold. What do you want to do?
I don't know. You can attack us. Attack. No, he must be hiding something.
Really?
Yeah. I think so.
Idolin is visibly upset. Maybe you should have thought through it a bit more. Erase the keyword altruism and write the keyword caution. All right, we lost our altruism.
Oh no.
And now we have caution.
Caution.
In the whirlwind, Idolin swings his tail, pushing you close to the Wonder Book, and says, I'm sorry I have to involve you in this war, but I desperately need your help. I hope that one day you will understand. A new burst of light comes out of the Wonder Book, and it starts spinning around you. You are lifted into the air and then dragged into the book. Remove all components from the game board. Welcome to Oneria. Open the pop-up book to get a glimpse of what awaits you in the next chapter. So,
Yay.
we looked at the open book next time, so I guess that's the big finale, but there you go. End of chapter. Count the face up time we have, which is 7, which is the middle level. Unfortunately, we just missed the top level. You fought bravely, and now you are flying into a magic realm. Dragons exist, but so do scary monsters. Will you survive? Mark your total on the last page of the rulebook, or we're going to be using this card here. So we're going to write that we had 7, and my beautiful symbol that drawing there, 7. All right, so this card is just telling you how to clean up, basically, and asking if we want to play the next scenario immediately. But I think we're good for now. So thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Subscribe so we can get more subscribers, and bye.